Hey folks, Quilly Team here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Factorio on Alpha 0.17, or, I don't know, Experimental Build 0.17, I don't know what they're calling it. We are continuing to develop here. Last episode, we finalized a bunch of oil refining stuff, as well as our plastic production, and although I think, I was going to say, I'm not quite done hooking up something, because I just realized I'd forgotten to do one step of our oil hookup. Hopefully I've got enough pipes for what I'm going to do for next step. Basically today, I'm going to set up battery production. Once you've got plastic and batteries on your bus, all of a sudden you engage super high-tech mode in this game, which is kind of wonderful. Yeah, you can see here my petroleum gas refining, or cracking from light to petroleum, is not actually hooked up to anything over here. And yeah, so we need to... Well, actually, we need to run some undergrounds to there, because otherwise it will be a little too crowded. Now, you are waiting for... Oh, right, water. No. Yeah, I did set this side up. But yeah, I totally failed to finish the second side over here. I mean, we have plenty of petroleum stored up. Petroleum gas, rather, stored up for now. But we'd need more relatively soon. So, I think what I'll do is, just because we're going to be ready to maybe expand this in the future, do that to there, and then that over there. It's queuing up. I think I did all the research speed boosts that I could get with just the up to the blue. We need purple for the next step. So grab that auto character logistics trash slots. Bleh. We'll see what those do later on. So you're just waiting for light oil. Oh, there you go. There we are. These all have light oil, or should... Oh, no. Still haven't finished all the water hookup. Man, I'm betting you I don't have enough pipes to do the next step. Well, I may have to take a little walk. Okay, now you're actually working. Okay, and we have our logic put in, so... We're comparing these things. Oh, there's less heavy than light right now, so this should be off. And yeah, you see it's got 0 oil in it versus this. So, and yeah, there's little red lights. There's a little tiny red light on the side. This is not running right now because we have less heavy than light. Once the light starts to get used up, which is what's being done over here, let's turn it into this. It'll go. Now, part of the reason we might have not enough heavy is some of it does get turned into lubricant, although that's all filled up over here. And some of it is also, well, actually, I guess it's the light that's being turned into the solid fuel over here. But everything is flowing, and we're getting lots of petroleum gas. We've got tons stored up, and yeah, excellent. Okay, so assuming we have vaguely enough material to get the next step done, which I'm not sure about, we want to get batteries underway. So batteries is a bit of a multi-step process because batteries themselves need iron plates and copper plates to be around, which is kind of annoying because we're not close to either one of those, so we're gonna have to shift some things over. Braking force, yeah, we'll do that. That makes our trains just run a little bit better. They get better acceleration and better braking. Well, with better braking, they can stay at high speed longer and then just brake at last minute and just get more stuff done, which is kind of nice. What I think I'm gonna do is I'll start, as we often do, and start at sort of the end. So we'll start with like setting up sort of the battery production. We got a little cliff over there. We don't have cliff explosives set up yet. So, I mean, maybe we could, but I think we're probably okay. So I'll set up some battery production over here. So with our batteries, we produce one battery every 4 seconds. And the inputs are just 1 and 1. I mean, more sulfuric acid, but other than that, just 1 and 1. Very, very easy. So what we can do, since we produce like one battery every 4 seconds, and on a red line we can put 15 things in each side, really we can have this thing be 60 units long and work. Now, I don't have quite that many chemical plants, but one can pretend. So if I went and put one goes there, and do this, this will be 20 long. I sort of run out. I think probably... I don't think we need like a million bajillion batteries. And just in the interest of like not making things too awkward, maybe I will stop at the 20 over here and call that good enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this as a blueprint, rotate, assume I have... No, I think I screwed up again. Oh, no! no, I did get the spacing right. Oh my god, I never do that. So our batteries are going to unload onto this. Hope I didn't screw up the math. I think it's okay, but you know, there's always like, I don't know, at least a 7,500% chance that I've screwed up the math, especially when we're doing statistics. There's also about a 1,000,000,000% chance that I will screw up drawing a straight line. Some things are hard, man. Factorio is a hard game. You gotta draw these straight lines sometimes, and that is just way beyond me. Way beyond me. Anyway, so I already have this built to bring this to the bus. So it'll be right under the circuit line. We're going to have a line there for batteries. So we had left a fair amount of space there. I think we're basically done with things we're going to be adding to the bus. I'm trying to think. We've got one line left for blue circuits. Like in our circus block, we have 2 greens, 1 red, and then a blank for blue. The batteries... Yeah, I don't know if there needs to be anything else bust. And honestly, some of the things like solid fuel, I don't even know if it needs to be on there. But we will see. All right, so y'all are going to be making batteries. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the same setup that we did in another spot. And we're going to assume we're going to run sulfuric acid along here in some way. And we're going to do the grabbies like this. And these are going to need copper and iron plates on there. So we'll have to get this over here. In fact, hello braking force. I don't know, grab the inserter bonus. Not that we're doing stacking inserters yet, but mostly I'll just do the first thing and then work from there, but whatever. Smelting. I mean, we might end up on the train, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to steal some lines and sort of run them backwards over here. It's going to be maybe a little awkward. That's probably what we're going to have to do. Let me run back in this direction because I think we're going to need more pipes, and we'll certainly need more red transport belts as well. So yeah, we'll set this up, and then we'll just keep working backwards. So this is going to need sulfuric acid, which will require us to produce sulfur. So you make a machine that turns sulfur into sulfuric acid, and you make something else that turns petroleum gas to sulfur, I think. Something like that. Oh my god, I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background, but someone's running maybe a chainsaw? Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's a chainsaw. I mean, it could be like a dirt bike or something. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Depends on how my mic is set up, but that is, maybe that is a dirt bike or something. Yay, alright, well that'll add some flavor. This is just our machinery that's going there. I know I have the sounds in Factorio set fairly low. So, you know, this is just going to add some extra flavor here. We are full. Oh, that's because I keep smacking rocks. Yeah, these blinking symbols here is because I have actually started constructing of some of the logistic chests that we'll see later on, and they're just complaining that they're not in the logistics network. We'll just look at those later. Don't worry about them now. I was just trying to save myself a couple of clicks as I was doing things. I'm going to grab another stack of those, and then, you know, we'll eat a lot of these pipes here for what we're doing next. Okay, oh, I can drop these yellow transport belts. How are we doing on inserters? Let's grab some more of the reds, because we're about to burn through a lot of those. And then, oh yeah, and I did set up the stack inserters and filter inserters over here. They just needed the red circuits to get that stuff going, so I was like, well, I may as well get the construction in place for that. Okay, drop you off there. Alright, I have one too many offshore pumps that I built. So, this trash system, when we do get the logistics bots, anything that's in here will get picked up by your bots and stored in storage somewhere. You can also have this auto trash thing, so it'll automatically, like, do we have any wood on us? Yeah, so like I probably don't want wood on us. So I'm gonna say, listen, leave me with 0 wood. So it'll automatically put wood in here in the auto trash as I pick things up. Okay, while we're here though, so we're gonna assume we're gonna do some sort of noise being annoying. We're gonna do something like that and run you over this way and something like this. And I'm gonna want something similar for copper. Which comes from over here. Let's actually not run it on our little walking path here. So, you know, it's a little more spaghetti. But that's okay. It's a low volume thing. We don't need a ton of copper or iron to go to the battery production. You know, I'm betting... Well, actually, I guess running this on red doesn't make a difference. I mean, we'll want to at some point. I think I was going to, at the end of one of the last videos or something like that, go and... I think I said I was going to go and ramp up the copper production here. I could a little. I don't actually have enough furnaces on me. Do I have the means to create some more? No, not currently. Still, I can do it a little. And it would be a good idea, because we're definitely burning through more copper than we used to. We don't have quite 100% saturation on the inputs here from our mines. So we will have to expand to a copper mine soon. Not yet, but soon. There we go. Do I have any of the old electric poles? No, I don't. Yeah, just get the worker capacity size. Okay, for some reason I thought the game crashed. Now when you clicked on the tech, it would automatically start it? I don't know. Anyway, I know we're overlapping a lot here with the medium poles, but that's okay. Done, done, done. So get that going a little. But yeah, there's not enough copper ore. If we went and replaced it with the reds, it actually might help with some of the stacking in a couple of places. But yeah, really, we're just going to need a bunch more. Hope I'm leaving myself enough reds to complete my actual battery production. See, there's a little stalling over here. And yeah, this is not well balanced. Oops. Build that. Do this. We'll also throw a little lane balance in here. Well, something like that. And then ditto here. There. Oops. Did that with yellows. I think because of the way I sort of grabbed the eyedropper tool. Okay. So that's draining better now. Actually, am I sure these are reds? Oh, there was a yellow in there. There we go, causing a little bit of a bottleneck. All right, so that'll help. I mean, I guess I don't need this balancer anymore, but that's okay. I mean, these guys are still not producing enough ore, but more is going to reach over here, keep this thing's going a little bit. Did I actually hook up the yellows down there? I did. Okay. So, I mean, I'm going to have to go back and finish that, but a little bit more copper production in place is good. See, what I'll probably do as well is auto-trash the yellows. Now, there might be situations where I'm going to want to, you know, I could use some yellow transport belts because we don't need that much throughput, but in practice, the reds aren't that much more expensive to produce, and it's just so much easier if I don't have to mix and match stuff. Hopefully this, yes, it just sneaks by the water. Lovely. Okay. The bug attacks here are a little concerning. And I have to assume these are fairly fresh, because they do decay after a while. Yeah, it's this nest over here, which I know is doing some attacks there and there. Yeah, I really do have to get around to clearing some of these nests in the not too distant future. Alright, well, let's just do this for now. Keep bringing you over. Ah. That's what happens when I take a second to look at the minimap. Like, am I in the right place? I don't know. And, gates. Oh, I think I need to grab some more gates. I think I'm getting them produced. So, I think the idea here that we're going to do is we're going to have copper coming around here, like that. And then we'll have iron coming in like this. Although we will also need some pure iron for something else. But for that, it'll be... this is actually not the correct place. Because it's going to be pipe along here, then this way. So we need you here. go, like that. Excellent. Okay. Cargo side, uranium processing. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. All right, you come in here. Let's get the copper flowing in as well, because we can't make the batteries without the copper tops. Something something trademark. And yeah, we'll get all, like, we'll sort of get the battery production set up first. I guess what I need, actually, I do need a bunch more chemical plants. Although I could rip out some of the ones I'm currently, you know, have aligned for battery production, but we're clearly gonna need more because I need some to make the sulfuric acid in the first place. So you're here, so let's go, and it'll give me a chance to refill my reds. I think other than that, I'm okay. Yeah. Oh, something's taking damage. Okay, still fine. Oh, you're basically out of batteries, guns, bullets, words. Words are hard. Let's scooch down there real quick. Probably add some more guns, because these guys are just going to be attacking more and more aggressively. You see, yeah, they're taking damage as a result of not being able to shoot quickly enough. Okay, I'm going to repair you. Pull out those bullets, put them in there. Okay. Hopefully that will help some. Actually had some critters come in here and like blow up our production over here, which is why there's a new wall over here. Defend the north. Or defend from the north. Something something wildlings. I don't know. Insert Game of Thrones reference here. Red circuit's pretty slow. Again, that's not really a surprise. What am I looking for here? Mostly the transport. Oh, and the chemical plants. Yeah. Grabbing 2 stacks, but it's only 20. Like, they don't stack that aggressively. We do need quite a few, but okay, we'll come back to that. More things are firing over here by the oil. Oh, man. Yeah, next project is going to have to be, like, make a tank. All right, tons of transport belts. I think we're ready for the next step. Hey, at least I can ride these transport belts to the west now, which is kind of nifty. Uranium processing, advanced materials. This is the electric furnace. Okay. Electric furnace is quite nice when you're making a big centralized smelting area. That way you don't have to worry about bringing coal out there. You do need a lot of electricity, and for me that really means once you've got like mass solar panel stuff set up. So build massive arrays of solar panels, use them to fire up your electric furnaces, and extend your mining capacity stupendously. Okay, so this pipe's gonna run along here. All right, and I'll do this just to keep it fairly roomy. We'll probably want to underground some of that, but we'll see. All right, now we need production of sulfuric acid. So, chemical plant. Let's take a look. Sulfuric acid requires iron plates, sulfur, and water. Yeah, they can be, oops, they can be right next to each other. Now this has to be fairly intense. Each one of these battery things needs 20 sulfuric acid. So it's 5 sulfuric acid per second for these things. Now this produces 50 per second. You can see it like, you know, so you can do a little bit of math and start adding it up, but I will build many to start off with. I'll do a couple of things here. And we're going to put in, I don't know, a couple of these storage depots to act as a buffer. And then you're going to do that. And then something like this. Okay, grab you. Done. So you don't have to grab very quickly. You do actually have to grab 5 sulfur every second, which is pretty intense. I think for this, 5 sulfur per second, and this can do 15 per side. Yeah, that's true. 15 per second. So one side of this can only feed 3. Is that true? Yeah. So if we double up on sulfur over here, see, I made this long line, but really, that's not kind of viable. I need more parallel rather than a giant serial production line. This, I'd need both sides of this to be sulfured up. Now, the iron it needs a lot less of. So I guess what we're going to do here is we are going to, and I mean, there's other ways I could do it to be slightly maybe cleaner and use less bits, but we'll do this. It's going to use a lot of undergrounds, although it'll look kind of nice doing it this way. And do this and do that, and then yeah, have to get some water up in here. Is there anything on the bus that needs water? I don't think so. I'm actually not sure. I don't know if you need to bus water, or, you know, just have it near the bus. We might have some water pressure issues. We'll see. We don't need a ton of water to accumulate down here, so it's probably okay, but it's far enough that we might end up needing some pumps. Okay, and then, yeah, you are going to need iron. So what I'm going to do is drive some iron along here. These walls probably don't need to be exist anymore, but at the same time, I don't know, things are a little safer. In case something starts to power through our base, then they're forced to encounter some of these old gun relics that we have kicking around. Alright. I guess I could be running along one of these. 4-speed. Can I sneak it just north of this? Oops. Ran into a hill there. And the answer is apparently yes. There we go. Advanced materials processing will unlock purple science packs for production science. You're coming along here. Excellent. And yeah, the idea here is we're going to have a blue and a red. Now, I'm assuming we can get power cables to reach all this. Yeah. Yeah, from over here we're going to be fine. Okay. Good, nice, fine. Extend you by a bit. Actually, and another bit there. There we go. Okay. Let's get a large power line. Be nice to connect it to, but I guess it doesn't need to. Feeding into there. Oh, you don't actually have power yourself, but that's okay, because we can just... All right. Oop. There. So now you're just waiting for sulfur. So yeah, if I'm right about this, it feels like we do need to saturate both sides of this. But I think you do generate sulfur pretty quickly. Science pack finished, advanced electronics, blue circuits. Okay, so to make sulfur, which is here, we need the chemical plant. It's just petroleum gas plus water equals sulfur. So, do we need, yes we do need to leave a gap. Now, when you're making sulfur, you get 2 sulfur per second. So, to fully saturate a red, actually, let me go the other way. Oh, good, more noise from outside. Do I have the window open? I don't think I do. Oh, it's coming through a closed window. Now it's sounding like a lawnmower, so I'm really confused as to what's going on outside. So we're going to want 8 in a row. To fully saturate one red. I mean... 7.5 in a row would do it, but let's do this. Suppose if we do something with like speed modules or something, then we might have been able to tweak those numbers a bit. Yeah, so sulfur. Done. Now, pipage. And inserters. Now, at 2 per second, we can actually, with stacking, we could get away with the yellows, but I will just use the blues. Da, 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 and da. And then, if we just do a string of these, we will actually connect to everything, and then we'll put a big old cable up over there. All right, so now you're just waiting for the various liquidations. Well, let's go and get the water in this way. Oops. Again, we may have to keep an eye on the water throughput to make sure that we're okay. There's a limit to how much one offshore pump can do, and then you do also lose sort of pressure over distance. So when something's so far away from the source here, it may not actually trickle in quickly enough, but pumps can give you a little bit of an extra boost along the way. You are in an inconvenient location. There we go. I am going to have to do this. There we go. Hey! Sulfur is a go. Excellent. Let's do the other side here. Hopefully we continue to have enough pipes for everything. Go there to, let's bring it down one. So we can do these corners here. And then for the water, nice. And I am out of undergrounds, although, okay, good, we can handcraft. And done. Okay. They're all going, and we have the backlog. So I think this just feed this one little run. I feel like I must be wrong. No, look at him go. Actually, they're just not grabbing fast enough. Look at this. The only reason this isn't completely empty is because the blues can't actually grab fast enough. Right, because they're only grabbing 4 per second. They swing twice per second, they grab each one. We actually need a stack inserter to make that run at full speed. Okay, well, we've got some stack inserters working at home. So we will look into that. I should really also get lamps being made. Okay, sulfuric acid is accumulating. So now over here, I mean, we need power, sure. Run a big old power line there, and then, we actually have to finish. Done, and then we actually can get you down there. What was I doing? The power lines just underneath or just above? Just below. There's a tiny bit of overlap there, but that's okay. Keeps the pattern going, that feels good. Powered exoskeleton, various speed modules. Actually, maybe what we'll get is the powered armor researched. So yeah, lots of this. Oh, you know what would be useful if we actually empty this? It does take 4 seconds per cycle, so we can definitely just empty with yellows. Okay, and batteries are being made. There you go. Should have sulfuric acid situation should be fine and stable-ish, right? Yeah. Fine and stable-ish. The petroleum gas is not, however. Whoops. There we go. Like, why are we only getting one side of this? Helps if I remember to reconnect the pipes after I blow them up. Speaking of blowing things up, oh yeah, I don't have any more guns. Although, we probably don't need these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a few guns over here, because this is very polluty, and we don't actually have this entire area walled off or anything. So what I'm going to do is just stick a handful of guns throughout here, just to catch stragglers that make it to here, and then we'll have to have some proper walls at some point too. But yeah, we'll cover you here. A little overlap in the guns is nice. Do that. I'm just going to feed a bunch of yellows in there because you're really unlikely to see any action. Get that. And last gun. It's more like there, I guess. Legit bullets, and maybe I'll just put a little wall around you because you don't have any friends. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to get more battery production later. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'll throw a belt balancer on here so that we do end up with things on both sides of the belt. But now, what's our timer at? Ooh, 32 minutes. Okay, that's not bad. Should maybe align the gate with the belt here. But yeah, batteries. Oh, and we can start making roboports, right? With the advanced circuits. We don't have enough advanced circuits to really manage it, but it's tempting. We do need advanced circuits for... We don't need it for the robots. Oh, we do for the logistics robot. Construction robots don't. We do need advanced circuits for this. Mostly we need batteries and electric engines. Well, there we go. We have batteries on our bus. Did I not... Oh, no, because there's supposed to be another line over here. Right, okay. It's like something's not looking right. But it's okay. No. No. Stop. There you go. That's how it's supposed to look. Although then I still can't underground this. Well, I guess I'll just have to underground this part. I mean, it's got a power cable too, so what the heck. I mean, I could just move it, but... Are these two not actually connected? There they are. Okay. Done. Grab you. A little of this. A little of that. And batteries, I was going to say, should be arriving on the other side as well now, which is going to be grand. Yeah, nuclear power and things. Laser turret shooting speed. I mean, we aren't assembling laser turrets yet, but we will be starting to do that now, because you don't have to reload laser turrets. So if you stick them somewhere, they are good for a while. What do we need to get artillery going? Because we don't have that tech right now, right? That's combat or defender modules, flamethrower turrets. Artillery. Oh, we actually need gold in science to be able to unlock artillery? Wow. Okay. Yeah, that is pretty late game. I think they've played with the balance of that back and forth a few times too. All right. Well, I guess what we'll do is we'll put a cut in here, and in the next episode, well, we're going to start making use of the batteries. Now, one thing we could start to do is purple science, which actually doesn't even need batteries. It needs productivity modules, so it just needs a ton of circuits. Because productivity modules are where? Over here? It's not in here. Oh, I haven't actually unlocked it, have I? Speed modules. Productivity module. Oh, that's productivity module 2. How come I can't see it? Is it just using a graphic I'm not used to? Maybe it can't be handcrafted, so it's not in here? No, it shows you things you can't handcraft in here, too. I'm just not seeing it. There they are. Productivity module. Yeah, red and green. So, I mean, we could do it now, but you can see we're not getting a lot of red. We can't realistically do purple science until we have built Circuit City. Because Circuit City is going to... Like, we need a ton more circuits than we produce right now. So we need Circuit City to enable that. And so I think in practice, though, even though this will use some of the red circuits, I think we're going to start building logistic bots and whatnot. And construction bots. I mean, construction bots don't actually need red circuits, which is kind of nice. We can start making use of a few of these things. We'll just keep researching. That's defender bots. Let's get some bullet damage over here. We'll appreciate having that so our turrets work a little bit better. I'm going to say we should have everything because it's gray and blue, both of which we have. Yeah, so I'll do that. And yeah, we needed batteries to be able to start making some bots. And I think we have everything we need to be able to start making roboports as well, which is going to be a big thing. I guess one of the things I could do is I could put a halt on our science production. Because we don't really need the tech. I'll grab the projectile damage. I think that'll be worthwhile. But if we stopped sort of consuming the red circuits for science, then I'd be able to use more for like roboports and whatnot. And I think that would be fairly valuable. So, because I would like to do this a fair bit. This is a goddamn mess. Okay, well, anyway, I'll get this stuff cleaned up in the next episode. But yeah, it has to do with the fact that in a few of these places, I forgot that there were, 4 more lines coming in. I don't think I could underground there properly, so I'll just do a little of this and do this. Anyway, yeah, we'll put in a cut, and next episode, I think we're going to build ourselves some robots, you guys. I think we have everything we need to do that, and man, oh man, does it make life a heck of a lot nicer. A heck of a lot nicer. Thanks for watching. See you next time.